You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Yeah! Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm Asa.
This is Jim.
And we are your astute win counselors to get you through any issues you may be occurring or having or going on throughout the week or in your daily grind. Let's get right to it. Larry from Tuscaloosa, Alabama writes, Dear Win, what are your thoughts on dating via Match.com, and is it acceptable to bring my American Bulldog on a first date? Asa.
I mean, if you're both dog lovers, or if that's what the context is, and you're going to a dog park, then yeah, bring your dog. I mean, that pets are something that a lot of people have in common and can relate over. I personally know some relationships that have started out of a mutual interest over pets, and so it totally works. And there is, I think, still a stigma over people using internet services to find another person, but hey, we live in a digital age where people are spread out, and the digital cyber highway, or whatever you want to call it, is how a lot of people commute and connect with each other. So yeah, go for it.
Well, I'd kind of go a little bit down those lines, except for I would say, why don't you put your dog and any other dogs on Match.com and let them decide if they should meet based on their compatibility profile or whatever. And then maybe you could have your first date at PetSmart. And if the American Bulldog likes, let's say, the Chihuahua, i.e. the way they might sniff, mount, or play with each other, then I would say that's a successful first date. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I am not with you guys on this Match.com thing. First off, internet dating, okay, go for it. But Match.com, they charge for the service?
How much?
Well, I don't know, but I know they charge. It's not free. And so it's basically a form of prostitution, if you ask me. Mutually engaged prostitution between two parties. I think that's horrible.
Well, maybe prostitution should be legalized.
Well, that's not what we're debating here.
That's a good point, yeah.
But we can have another discussion. Hey, if you want to date online, OkCupid or Plenty of Fish or, Tinder's free, Craigslist. Get on any of those, but don't use these pay services. And as for your dog, absolutely take your dog, because if things go wrong, you need protection.
Oh, that's a very good point. You want to get proactive and almost offensive driving style when you go on your first date.
And I want to add, if things go right, you also want protection.
Yeah, good one there. That makes sense. All right, well, Janine from Glasgow, Scotland writes, Dear Win, who do you think are the sexiest celebrities of all time? Wow. Jim?
Audrey Hepburn.
That's
Period.
It? Period. Done.
Yeah.
Okay, Ace, what do you think?
Tesla.
All right. Well, I don't know. I got three of them right here. I would say maybe Kim Jong-un, because anybody that can be a leader of a dictatorship at such a young age, it's got to be pretty sexy.
Power is sexy.
That's right. I would say maybe Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman, he's pretty sexy because in his own way he was a little bit, annoying, and I think that can be sexy.
When you say Pee Wee Herman, do you mean Pee Wee Herman or do you mean Paul Rubens?
Yes.
Yes.
All the above.
Oh, just okay.
And then I would say probably the sexiest of all time has got to be Satan himself, because what woman does not like a bad boy? And he is the quintessential bad boy. Right? So, I mean, Hollywood and everyone else proves it, that if you're a bad boy, you get all the hot chicks and you're super sexy. So
it's also part goat.
Yeah, and he's part goat. So Satan's got to be the sexiest person of all time.
Chicks dig goats.
Yeah, winter chicks dig goats, and I'm sure they probably do over there in Scotland, too. All right, we got time for maybe one more here. Bashar of Kuwait City, Kuwait writes, Dear Win, do you think that President Obama should deploy U.S. troops to Iraq again, though he claimed during his election campaign that he was going to bring all the troops home? Well, I don't know. I guess I'll start off with this one. I would say there already are troops over there. It's just a matter of how they're labeled and whether or not he assigns more troops to go over there in a quote-unquote combat role. Well, we'll have to find out in the weeks to come. And whether or not he should do it, well, I don't know. The question is whether or not, I guess, they should have gone home or not to begin with. What do you think, Ace?
I'm going to refer to a historical period called the Crusades, and there's a particular phase in there called the Child Crusades.
The Child Crusades.
Where they had children march over there, and a lot of them were abducted and sold into slavery. And I'm not encouraging that.
Like Boko Haram kind of a thing.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Jimbo, what do you think?
Well, I don't think it's up to us to have opinions on what the president wants to do. We elected him to have opinions and make decisions for us.
Because we're stupid American voters, right?
Yeah, SAVs.
That's right.
And I would just say...
Or savvies.
Savvies. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We're savvy stupid.
But, and he's a politician, so I would expect him to flip on what he's going to say, let his opinion and change with the wind. So, in the end, whatever he wants to do, it's up to him. Not like we have any power in the situation.
That's right, President. Send us all over there. Why not? Okay, well then, we've got one more little piece of inspiration to get you the rest of the week, and that's known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Okay, we're looking at Leos today. And, whoa, Leo, your future is looking bright. Because you will live the life of Leonardo DiCaprio if you go to the Win YouTube channel and subscribe. Look up the World Improv Network on iTunes. Subscribe, download, listen, leave a review, and also check us out on Twitter at World Improv Net and on Facebook.
Thanks for listening to Win on KZKO. Don't forget to interact with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. See you next week.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.